Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Iron Master and Kyle are back with me again, Randomous Namus, to talk about some Blood Bowl. The last week of the season happened, and we're going to go through the games that were played here for Division 4, and then we're going to talk about some teams and who made the playoffs and stuff.
Yep.
Sounds like a good time.
Let's just jump right in. We've been talking about it. Laz gets the bye here this last week.
Yep.
He was already locked for playoffs, but now he's like super mega ultra locked.
We're not doing any playoff spoilers here, but his beast got an MVP, and so did this Nurgle Warrior.
Yeah, it's good though. That levels the Nurgle Warrior.
No, it puts it out
but
of a
remember
vanity
this
pass.
stuff doesn't display right.
Yeah, no, I'm
Right.
clicking on the Nurgle Warrior, and
that's
it's
15. I'm bad at math.
Yep.
Hey,
You gotta remember this is a
no,
1-0, not a cyanide
You're right.
thing here.
Exactly. That's why I know that these displays are not right at all.
and that beast is 49 of 51, so that's good for him. We'll look at that in a minute, but that's worth clicking on. And actually a 2-touchdown concede. Unusual. All right. I played this next one.
I don't know if these numbers in the SPP are right.
Who even knows?
Who knows? Anyway, let's talk about the Dwarf Hawk that happened in week 13.
Well, let me tell you, things were good until they weren't. We streamed this live, and I went all in, and Tim was able to remove the Death Roller, and that's sort of when things started going south. Carnival Rides gets a level, which is good for him. Has tackle now, which is always kind of nice on a... oh yeah, you want some mobile tackle. And, Strip Ball's the other choice, very legit, but... Meanwhile, I lost my Movement Troll Slayer with the Stand Firm, and I think I
Clint
lost...
Eastwood died.
And so did Morgan Freeman, because that name is cursed. But he didn't have any SPP, so that's not so bad.
So this one looks like a bloodbath here with 9 injuries between you. How'd that happen?
There's also 2 more dead dwarfs that got APO'd both.
Yeah. I had to leave right at the start of this one, but I knew that both of you had burned your APOs on turn 3 or something.
Yep. We just went all in, and because we both come from that school of playing dwarves, there isn't really another one, though. Anyway, my shit broke, and then it just got kind of ugly. So he was able to run me over.
What is only 98 blocks? What is this shit?
Yeah, I know. Actually, yeah. That's a good question. Yeah, no, he was just out blocking me by the end because he removed a whole bunch of my guard first half.
You didn't have the pieces, I assume.
No, I was down to 4 guard, which really sucks as dwarves.
Yeah, you've shed some guard toward the end of the season, and then
the one game where it really matters, it's not there, and then it gets ugly quick.
That's why I APO'd a dead guard lino, because I need to not be losing this much guard. I think it APO'd into a miss next game, and then the Troll Slayer dies, and then a fresh dude dies, and it's just real rough.
Okay, well let's move on.
That's that.
I'll take you away from your misery.
I still enjoyed it. It is still a dwarf off, and that's still something you gotta do. You don't play dwarves if you don't enjoy that.
So much
We're
rubbing.
moving from one misery to another man's misery with Rebel Rage Quit versus the Culinary Delights.
The actual factual legal concede.
Yeah,
Yep.
he was out of pieces on turn 8 or something, right?
Yep.
He literally couldn't field but 2 and got to run away from Arabi.
He was fouling with his ball carrier to get it ejected so he could concede.
Yep.
This is the story of Trox's season, man. He
Yep.
lost a blodge guard goat here too. This is a miserable game.
Yeah. That is... Oh, man.
Arabi did Arabi things. That's what happened here.
I've been in that game. It was just against Laz.
I told him the Devastational started early, and apparently he believed me.
Yep. Speaking of 2-0s, here's Thessa versus Havoc.
This is Thessa locking up Thessa's playoff spot.
Stunting all over orcs. 19 armor breaks is pretty impressive, but apparently didn't land any kills.
It didn't remove enough people. It was 6 KOs.
Yeah.
Not good enough.
No, and only 30 blocks
Weakups.
conceded, which means that Thessa ran away real good.
Oh, they were all in the second
there was some
half,
fouling.
too. There was only the one KO in the first half because there's only the one wake-up roll.
Rough.
And it was a success, so, like, Elves started both drives full.
You mentioned some fouling.
There is an expulsion.
There is some expulsions, and I'm pretty sure you don't normally just get 19 arm breaks off 30 blocks.
Exactly.
I feel that there's at least 3 fouls.
There got to be some kicking, yeah.
Oh, yeah, but it just ended in
Lino
KOs.
levels, catcher levels. What's this catcher did?
He got some block.
Block. He's blodger now.
Yep, makes sense.
I have no idea what that means. Maybe league managers know. Yeah, the Lino got wrestled.
Yay. That's fine.
Yeah, so
Honestly, it's really good going into playoffs just to make your LOS a bit better.
I totally agree. Just like a survivable Lino out there is awesome.
And this killer is doing fine for levels, so let's go back. Okay, Jimmy got vamped on.
On Jimmy.
Yep. The Agi teams in this division honestly seem to be doing just fine.
Look at Buffet the Vampire. He's a player. Look at that, 70 out of 76. He's so close.
Oh,
2
that
touchdowns.
thing. I actually think that thing is the scariest thing on his team. Like, I think the Agi 5 Hypno is real. Like, even more than the Strength 6 Vampire.
I don't even know what he gets next. But I guess that's
on it every time.
Well, he's going to be the one that Hypnos.
I mean, he can be.
Could be Fend to just make it not die as much.
Probably
so
be
good
Sidestep
already.
at that point.
It could be anything. Sidestep's great.
Stand firm!
I mean, yeah, stand firm's fine, but he does get in the cage and just be a giant shit heel with stand firm, right?
I feel like it's better on the Strength 6 guy, but yes, it's very silly.
I don't know, it's a vampire that's got plus Agi and Blodge Pro. Like, you can't eat this thing wrong.
It's so good.
The only wrong thing to take on this would be bad skills. Speaking of, I just figured it out. It's Leap.
Oh,
you're not wrong.
I threw up a little bit.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, because if you leap, you usually get in more tackle zones, and then your Hypno Gaze is worse.
That's fine. He just don't have to make Hypnogaze rolls anymore.
Yeah, but then you have to convince yourself, what do I even do with the Strength 6 guy if I'm not just busting into places with him?
Just Kool-Aid Man, that guy.
He is a Strength 6 guy with 4 agility. I'm just saying.
I mean, you could
can find things to do with him. I mean, I wouldn't hate guard, but this is not the guard man, right?
The Strength 6 guy is guard, I think.
I don't know enough about vampires to make that call, but
no, I have no idea.
This was vampires doing obnoxious stat freak vampire shit to Jimmy.
Yeah. I watched some obnoxious vampires this week, but it was not this match. It was a 2-0 that turned into a 2-3. First half.
These removals. This is like 63 blocks, man. Like 8 removals, and he still gets 2-1 here.
Yep.
Well, I mean, when it's KOs and it's vampires, it doesn't even feel it in their bench.
Exactly.
He has doesn't he have 16 players?
Oh, yes. Like, that's actually why I couldn't do anything to him.
He injured to himself and removed another with bloodlusts or failed dodges and shit. So it's like 11 removals, but they're like all KOs, so he probably got them all back, right?
Like, even if he removes a few guys, he just doesn't care. Because, I mean, if he goes into the second half with 5 vamps, 6 thralls, that's fine for him. Because he only has to live through one half.
Totally. Yeah, and he does run like a 16-man bench. Like, he's got plenty of food.
Oh, yeah. Like, that's when I played him. Like, my KOs just didn't matter. Like, that was my experience of playing against him. It was great for SPP, but not, like, I couldn't convert that to a win.
Oh, gosh. I just looked at the dice log, and it's so many dice in there.
Oh, yeah. That's vampires, though.
That's why you have 4 rerolls and take pro.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. This vampires doing vampire stuff.
Moniker tied.
Test trail.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is test rails.
And that was enough to give him a spot. So
this locked Moniker in.
This puts Moniker in Moniker versus Gengar, a game of Blood Bowl which was played, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yep. That one has been played. If you'd like to know the outcome of it, you can look it up yourself.
Do you know what channel it was on?
Same bat channel, same bat time. No, I was at work, so I was catching the text feed.
I could look that up. I think it was Metal Stream, actually.
Oh. Yeah, I think they're active now doing the follow-up.
It was I couldn't tell you everybody. I know Metal was one of the 3, so I assume it was probably on his stream.
Makes sense.
I mean, it's either like Metal or Zord or Crusader. It'll be one of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. And then last is Rusty versus Salt, another tie. What happened here?
Lots of ties out here in the end.
Hoops Vampire King.
I saw the secret of my success, literally just doing some BS plays and a tripwire, making this a 1-1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did mention there was a tripwire in this game.
Yeah, I heard about that. In fact, I think I might have seen that, but again, this last week's been a bit of a blur.
This now I believe Rusty made a highlight of this because Rusty does some shit.
Oh yes, I did see that. In fact, yeah.
Like there was some shit happened in this game. I didn't watch it, but I know there's like a sweet replay, and it's set to an incredible song.
It is
Froggy Fresh.
It is in fact Froggy Fresh. Yeah, Rusty is not afraid to play his orcs as green elves, and the highlight shows it. Like,
have you seen that thrower?
I have, in fact.
What's up with the thrower now?
Don't breathe on it. It's very fragile.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely beat up. It's great.
But you keep that thing forever.
Until it dies, yeah. Cherish it, and then cherish its memory.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's literally one more stat bust away from, like, going off. Like, second niggle, second minus armor. Even, like, any other stat going away is just permanently gone.
I mean, if it takes another niggle, it's fine.
Like, I mean, like, edge of your strength kills him. I'd keep an armor and I'd keep a niggle.
Would you
like,
keep a move
just
bust?
Don't ever let anybody hit him anyway.
Wait. I have a counter argument to that. He let people hit him already. That's why he's here.
Not wrong. But I mean, do you really want to throw that many SPP away? Do you want to throw those like medium range 2+s with a reroll away?
Well, I mean, he's a thrower. Of course, he's meant to be thrown away.
I get it. Let's go talk about the team. Or I guess let's talk about the playoff contenders. The top 3 here make it: Laz, Thessa, and Moniker. That's the Nurgle, the Wood Elves, and the humans.
Yep.
Sorry, Salt. You didn't make it. You were close.
Yep.
You put up a fighting effort, and the draw at the end cost you.
Laz gets
too many draws.
That is the story of this division. There are some draws in here. Like, I had 4 of them myself, and I'm not even in the top. Like, Trox had 5, Salt had 6. It just happened.
Oh man, and missing the Arabi game cost Shiggy here too. He went out after it.
Yeah, Shiggy could have done it. Like, that could have been his run.
Yeah, man, if he won that game instead of losing it, he's in 3rd.
Mm-hmm. Even if he tied it, like, that puts him. Nah, it's behind Moniker still, but it's close. It doesn't
put him in 3rd there, like, and he still had to have Moniker tie, but it happened.
Mm-hmm. At any rate.
Such it is.
Let's see.
Let's go talk about the teams real quick.
Yeah, I just wanted to say you beat up Laz's opponent, so he should be thanking you, in addition to the recap.
Yes. I'm sorry, Raven Poe, for what I did to you. Classic Larry did classic Larry things, and the block troll is dead. I'm having him mounted.
How could you?
He's going above my fireplace. It's going to be perfect.
Alright. How do we want to do these? Do we want to go in order?
Let's just go in order, because it's easier that way.
Cool.
I can't lose track of where I am.
It's important. Test Trail is up first.
And I have to say, his team's kind of rebounded.
Yeah, it's coming along.
I mean,
he's still got a few tough games ahead of him while he gets block on this guard Chaos Warrior and like a block on this other Chaos Warrior, or even, I hate to say it somewhere where it's recorded, but you might take Mighty Blow on that guy first.
On last Chaos Warrior, I could see it, but he's already dedicating his blitzes elsewhere.
Yep.
Yeah, I understand, but like when you can put the blitzes in other places, like, you know, like that turn 1 blitz when they didn't leave you somebody good, or like that sort of thing, you can take the time to put some SPP on other guys.
My main reason is, my main thing is gonna be he needs more block because only 5 block is not really gonna save you.
Nope.
That is not a chaos team.
Nope. I mean, he took
do
Claw
like the
first
guard.
again. I like Guard first. Not so big on Claw first.
I don't like these claw first beastmen. I get that you want a replacement for this Niggle beast, but
He never got there.
it's just statistically better.
And he also, this guy, I just want to note that he never actually got there with his block. Like, that's... I don't know, man. Like, I know it's real boring to have to spend your first level as block on almost literally everything while playing Chaos, but that's the tax you pay for getting these amazing stat lines with mutation and strength access.
That's why they don't get to be real boys until they're like 1500 TV.
Mm-hmm. But he's at 1500 TV. This is still a real team, and like this strength blodge Chaos Warrior is insane. This ball carrying Beastman is fantastic. Everything else is okay.
Coaching assistant. Fire the coaching assistant. Fire the coaching assistant.
Honestly, 1 coaching assistant and 1 cheerleader is a valid strategy I've seen just to try to win over that reroll.
I'd rather have a level on my team.
I'd rather
Well, you
have
have to
20k
get
of
SP for
inducements.
that.
It's true.
20k,
Yeah,
you can
but
be
I
cut off
can-
at any time.
I can get that TV back. I don't know. It's so cheap, and he's like so flush on cash. I get it. It's like easily adjusted.
I mean, I think it's a case where in this division, this is the lowest TV team forever. If it ever matters, though, you fire that thing.
Yeah.
All right, Rusty.
Yeah. Let's look at the Rusty. These Orkies. The Orkidas.
Oh, broken naming scheme.
He's missing a game. Did he pick up an injury?
Nope.
No, it's just a misnext game.
It is, in fact.
Man, this looks like developed orcs, right? There's just injuries everywhere.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, you don't really care about these agi busts. This honorary stunty
Luckily-
of...
Yeah.
That sucks.
Luckily, Pulsepock caught both of them, so...
Like,
Yeah, literally only 2 injuries matter here. And it's on one
Both on
player.
Pulsepock, yeah. And like, it matters less. It just means that you have to play very conservatively with him.
mm-hmm. Oh, he did take the agi on Decatrus. I was wondering about that.
Oh, he did!
Yeah.
He was...
Well, he's green elves, obviously.
I like it a lot. Yeah, no, we agreed on that much.
Well, he said he was going to turn it into a thrower, right? Like, he wants to replace Pulsepock with it, basically.
Those are the 2 options. I think they're both fine. Like,
Well, yeah, and he took... So, I mean, he just gets to be a receiver because he's
I could honestly just
the
see
guy that needs
sure
SPP.
hands to kick off return. You're
Yeah.
good.
sure hands, and then block. Or block, then sure hands. Either or. Hands.
He's still awesome. Like, he picks the ball up and he carries it to, like, somewhere near somebody and tosses it to them.
I like this a lot.
This team's looking great again. Like, he only has 80k. I don't know if Rusty wants to play in the Devastational. I don't know if he does.
I don't
have
think
no
he
idea
is.
if he has in the past.
So,
I mean, you could replace one of these Black Orcs with like a free market Black Orc, but you need to play a Devastational game or 3 to get the money.
Not
And
worth.
at 1880 before the troll is back, that's kind of scary.
Honestly, I could see him just literally playing 1 devastational game and then just going out. As long
But he
as it
has to
works.
play like Murder Chaos every time. He has to
Well,
play
I mean,
like
he
Gengar.
has
or
the guard to
something.
fight it, and yeah, you can't even fight Gengar in the first round.
Yeah,
true.
I'm
He's in
I'm
playoffs.
using that as a
You can fight mini Gengar though.
Yeah. There
which
you go.
one? Orabi?
Derek.
No, Derkin.
Oh, that's right. Did Derek and I not make the playoffs?
No, he slightly missed it.
That's right. I was there. I think
Whalers.
I think I cast that game. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah. I mean, it's whatever. We're just bleeding.
Speaking of high-level chaos, let's move on to Salt.
Yeah, let's look at Salt. 2020
Nurgle.
Chaos. Nurgle.
Same thing.
Fart
Okay,
machines.
now it's time to move on from Salt.
Man, this team looks like a developed Nurgle team.
That last Nurgle warrior has some block again. That beast of Nurgle should be fired.
No,
You
but
should-
this beast of Nurgle needs a sensor bar over all the skills.
Like,
It's only 2 SPP away, man.
Yeah, it's 2 SPP away from block or death.
Exactly.
it's yeah, okay. You get the thing. Like I remember seeing that earlier. That number means you don't fire it, but if that is not blocked, you kill it.
I
Real
think
talk
that's
though.
And then
especially going into a new season, I think that's definitely
he
a
doesn't
good
even
idea.
need
Maybe
to pick
shoot
up
that
another
thing.
one.
No, are
he
you
doesn't
insane?
until he has a place to use it. I think you can get rid of it because like it's 200 TV. It'll be 220 in a minute. That like takes him down to an 1800 team.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I mean, like, once he gets rid of it, he doesn't even have to replace it. He just
I agree.
needs to get more guard spam on it, on his team.
Yeah, no, I totally. What I'm saying is, I agree with you. His warriors are so developed, he doesn't need the beast anymore.
I guess, but I still really like the beast. Like having a 5 strength tentacles piece for just not that much, it's fine.
See, I like the idea of a level 1 beast of normal that only costs like 120k. Or
I agree.
Or whatever.
You fire it, you level it up to 1, and then it either gets block, which is great, or guard, which is also great.
Perfect. Yes. And honestly, like the stand firm is really great, and like grab is cute, but like,
I don't care about grab.
Pay 20 TV for grab on this.
No,
guy?
you don't. That's why I said fire him.
Yeah. Anyway, like it's this plus Agi Pestigore with 2 heads and blodge and stuff. Will
Palmer.
take you to places. That's just what he does.
Palmer's gonna
His
get
team's
claw real
awesome.
quick. Like this thing, this Scrotus gets the claw pretty soon.
Is this guard blodger new? It's only 31 SPP, so I assume it's fairly new.
Yeah, the guard's new.
Yeah,
that's like
He basically decided he already had the best ball carrier he could hope for. Might as well just make a nice guard piece.
Yeah.
And it's only his 3rd year, including the beast.
I think this is awesome. This mobile guard guy. It's like a white now. This guy's insane.
I want to see 2 heads on it next, and then stand firm.
Yeah, I agree. 2 heads on this guy next is awesome.
Man, this division has basically taught anybody who wasn't a believer in guard to believe in guard. And that sucks because I have to play them. Oh well.
Moving on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Moniker.
Yeah.
Moniker. Playoff competitor.
God damn it, Windnicker.
I don't think anything in here is a spoiler.
No, we know what Harold does. We know what Benedict Arnold does. We know what Sid the Shovel does. We know what JJ Double Knees does. We know that Mog is still good.
The old double knees became a little bit of a meme, I heard.
I mean, it's not wrong.
Yep, that was we're beating around the bush a lot, but this playoff game was an incredible game.
Yeah.
It was maybe the closest game of Blood Bowl I've ever watched.
Go watch it. Anyway.
Now there's a fast catcher, from what I've seen.
I mean, he's had that for a little bit. He got that before the playoffs.
His 1 level up this week was block on Neil. Seems good.
Yeah, he needs all the linos he can get.
Yep.
Desperately. Anyway, let's I think he actually has like 1 more lino or something on his team than is displayed here because 1 got splattered.
Yeah, that's hardly a playoff spoiler.
Play in Camry. Yeah, you expect that.
Honestly, you just expect that from Moniker. He's got the amazing exploding linos. But speaking of exploding linos, I'm pretty sure Jimmy still has one of the trophies. Let's see.
Yeah. Larry the Ladder's over here on Jimmy's team.
Yeah.
That used to be on Moniker's team.
He still hasn't fired the whites. He's got 260 in the bank. I think he's just going to use that.
He's telling me not to tell anyone, but he wants to buy a werewolf.
That's not even the doubles one, is it? It's just like a normals one.
Yeah, these are both like there's just normals on all these bulls.
Like he's been trying to get doubles pretty desperately, but look at all these 5 normals rolls. Look at these non-stat freak werewolves. Look at this not being Mighty Blow.
Look at all these Franks, man.
Yeah, no, his Franks are the best in REL, and they're a real core to a team. You don't get rid of this team. That's great. And you fire these whites as soon as you can.
Count time to take these whites out back.
Jimmy, I know you want to buy a werewolf, but man, buy some whites. Like even if you just buy guard white and tackle white.
See if you find some whites. Go beat up an undead team.
I still don't even think that you want to get rid of them. They're good. They do the job.
So I think plus move white is fine. I think that minus move white is getting to be a little bit of a liability.
Yeah.
He's a guard piece, so he does his job because he just gets stuck on things.
He's not mobile enough.
He's about to get to another level. I think that if he doesn't become something special on this 31 point, like you want to replace him anyway. So like this, I think that honestly your team might fare better getting whites off the market. I don't know if there are, but I think that would be good.
I think it just depends
Honestly,
on what
you
you
could
can
use
see.
a ghoul off the market, if anything.
No.
Just get
Yeah,
one
there
that's
might-
actually developed.
Honestly, there might be some uncontested ghouls on the market that you could get for like 110k. That would be good, just like a block sidestep ghoul or something.
Or even like a guard one that just got
Sure.
dumped.
Just like even a dodge guard guy would be awesome.
I think Dodge Guard is the only ghoul I would buy. Like, I don't think I'd pay money for a block Sure Hands ghoul or whatever. Or block
Just have
sidestep.
another player.
Hey,
He's got so much money right now. He's pretty flush. And like if you don't get a werewolf because there's a lot of necro teams, turns out, and they all have a bunch of money. Just saying, it's gonna be contested. You may need backup picks.
I mean, it's probably worth putting in your pick order, but I wouldn't prioritize it over Mighty Blow Werewolf. I wouldn't prioritize it over something to replace one of these whites, probably the guard guy, just because I would take guard only movement 6 over this guard Mighty Blow. Because I think the movement's important. But, you know, that's just me. I might be wrong.
I still don't think there's a Mighty Blow werewolf on the market.
Probably
It's just
not.
too tested for that.
I think you're right, but I haven't looked, and we're not gonna. Who's next?
See, I think the real deal here is he goes up to Uber the Noober in REL 5, as you're going to see, and he's going to have to talk to him about some wolves for Franks.
I
Some
played
trades.
Uber last season, and his werewolves were already terrifying. I'm looking forward
Oh,
to seeing
just
where he
wait.
landed.
Just wait.
So I have
Let's
a
look
question
at the
for
big
you.
green weenies, though.
Have you hugged your mushroom today?
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, look, Havoc, you deserve a hug. These orcs are great.
These guys are looking good. They're pretty murdery, but that's
What
Fair,
bothers
it's
me
fine.
is there's still one black orc that's just been guard Mighty Blow this whole time, and I've seen it. I talk about it
Uh-huh.
every time I see it,
Yep.
and it never gets blocked.
Cycle
if
this
this
guy.
guy doesn't get block in 3 SPP, I'm gonna be disappointed.
I think you just sell this man and buy a black orc with block.
That's probably possible
To be
too.
honest,
You do
yeah.
have
Just switch
150k, and in fact, I'm pretty sure I know because I saw his name in the list. You're playing a devastation, save some money, buy some black orcs.
I
There's
mean,
gonna be great ones off this season, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I
as-
just know that this was an accidental pick instead of block because he thought he already had it.
Oh, that's
Aw.
the worst.
That's. I'm sorry, buddy. I also am going to remind you, please fire a wrestle block guy.
Yeah, this guy is not worth 2 linemen.
Also, we've had the troll conversation already. In that this
Yeah,
troll
he's
has guard
closing
and
in on the
grab.
bullet.
You maybe
9
keep him
SPP
around.
away.
Like, having more guard and more strength is nice, especially given that this plan is to go through the other team, and ideally over them. But, I'd consider firing him and just leveling him the first 6.
I have an interesting question.
And
Is
it
there
is.
a good troll on the market?
I honestly have no idea, but I'm pretty sure Cheese would have stolen anything like that because
Yeah,
American
right.
died.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think
this
Rusty
team
looks...
also looks great.
Yeah, no, this is solid. Alright, moving on. Trox, the other Chaos, in a division that is bad for your health if you are Chaos.
I'm pretty sure he's not chaos and he's more just friendly cuddle bunnies.
I mean, there's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Mighty Blow. Oh my goodness, he has Claw Mighty Blow and Block. That thing has Block now.
Niggle. It has Niggle. It got Niggle with block.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is the
Niggle
curse.
before block.
Yup.
Sure, either way. And then we have like the Strength 4 guy that also has a Niggle.
Yeah.
It's just this team has gotten the daylights beaten out of it all season.
The minus Agi
Since I
on the
have been
guard
paying
guy.
close attention.
This is... Honestly, I think this is in rougher shape than the other one. Like, I don't think you get rid of it, because you've still got Blodge Chaos Warrior, which is great. You still got Guard Mighty Blow, Block Chaos Warrior, it's great. You still got this ball-carrying Beastman, Tully Boy, it's fantastic. I
It's gonna
actually...
be real hard to rebuild this team.
I like the Block Mighty Blow. I feel like this is a case where you maybe just trim the fat and you trim these injured players. That's rough,
Not gonna drop
but
dibs, though.
you're not going to drop divs. I don't know.
He's not even that expensive, though, is my reasoning that you should actually keep him. Like, he
Yeah,
has a killer. He's actually pretty good at protecting it most of the time.
You
from what
have
I've
to.
seen. He's very
Oh, yeah.
laid back with it. He doesn't want it ever to get hurt, so it's always in the back. And then the rackle pieces, it's wrestle tackle with strength 4, baby. You can't just ditch that.
No.
No, I wouldn't fire them. I'm just saying that this team is like really beat up. And you're kind of at the cusp in my beliefs here as to whether or not this team is like viable for another season.
The issue is the fact that, I mean, you're not dropping divs, but REL 4 is not. It's not like you're in anything that's remotely friendly. Like, I mean, heck, we watched REL 7, and odds spoilers, they're good at what they do. Their teams are real good.
Yeah, they're all big. I mean, it's like that's what any team with 2 full seasons under it looks like. It's 28 plus Green Horde and Devastation. They have like potentially 36 games or something, or not 36, 34 games. It's like a ton.
Yeah, the issue is the fact that if your Chaos didn't snowball and get there, they might not ever snowball and get there.
Exactly. If your Chaos gets to like 24 games in or something, and then 4 of your Chaos Warriors die over the course of the next 8 games, then like what do you do?
Honestly, I think I like how Trox is doing this on his rebuild idea. He's just spamming a lot of Mighty Blow to actually get them where they want to go.
Exactly, that's what you have to do. You have to catch them up. If you're gonna claw out of this, you have to catch them up with Mighty Blow.
He's gonna have to spam some claws some places, and like I would say, even on this last warrior, get him some Mighty Blow, and then once your first warrior with Mighty Blow levels up, you get block, and then the other one might get more claw, and just you turn him straight killer, while the other ones kind of build as support.
I have an interesting question here. With this much rebuilding ahead of you, how do you feel about buying a 4-3 roll so that you can then be a little bit riskier with your block choices? Like you can put it off to get the SPP.
You really don't need it. He has the block that he actually needs. It's not like the other Chaos team where he was having trouble with making blocks. This one can make its blocks. It's just he's going to have to blitz with people without block and use the rerolls there if he wants to do that, or ball carry with them.
Yeah, he's got 6 block but 2 wrestle as well, so he's effectively at 8 block, which is pretty solid. The issue is more that a lot of his pieces are just kind of dinged up, but like this minus Agi is far from the end of the world, and the niggles are,
man.
Yeah, like it's the reason why I was talking about Jimmy Wine's cycle whites, and part of the reason these slow developing teams don't get away that luxury. Like you want to, but the problem is these are real pieces, and you're on a team that's continually rebuilding its real pieces.
Yeah, that's the tough part. Like these guys have to get fired at some point. Like the young blood has to replace them, or else you're just playing with what amounts to AV8 stunty guys.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not bad, and like the fact that the killer finally has block is huge.
Yeah, I mean, I think this team is totally playable. It's rough.
Yep.
He just needs the Chaos Warrior levels, and that's it.
Yeah, no, I mean that's what the next season is, right? It's feeding touchdowns to Chaos Warriors.
Honestly, I don't think he'll be slotted in Div 4 again, mostly because of just our new flow. And his team
that would be
is
good.
competitive to even like just a 1-season team with just where his development's at.
Oh yeah,
it's
totally.
Because it's like Beastman heavy rather than the Warrior heavy.
I think that he would be like awesome in 5 or 6 or something.
Yep. We'll see where the divs shake out. Like I feel like, well, I've said my piece on the fact that they should be shaking
I just don't
out.
want there to be heels in divs that are just like stuck fighting uphill all the time, and I know that they don't want that to happen either. So like, yeah, let's move on. Talk about your dwarves.
Well, I mean, I'm also kind of beat up. Like I said,
you lost an important man.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood's back, but he lost like
all of it. Morgan Freeman's just dead.
He lost a strength and like 50 SPP or something, right?
No, he lost movement, stand firm, and Mighty Blow. Mighty Blow is the thing I actually miss. Like, I like stand firm and movement. That was really nice for surfing. But what I really want is to have the more Mighty Blow so I can have a backup killer. Like, I actually really like the killer build on my Troll Slayers. So,
totally.
I suspect I'm going to be imitating it again. Like, movement was nice, but I'm not... it's not bad. It's not necessarily something you're excited at first. I'd take it again.
Not gonna go for the, like, stand firm jugs surf machine.
I mean, I'm going to take Mighty Blow first and see where it goes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm definitely going to get Juggernaut somewhere on this team. I'm definitely going to get some more Stand Firm on this team. But where I take it and in what order is not something that is set right now. It's more that, holy shit, I need guard on Gene Hackman real bad. And do I even need another Longbeard? Let me do my math. Yeah, I need another Longbeard. You need a 13-man roster if you're going to keep floating the roller. So let's do that right now, actually.
Yeah, you do have the money to buy it, so there you go.
Yeah, that's my Devastational here, and I'm just doing this rather than trying to buy the dwarves that don't exist on the open market. So,
yeah, no, they're basically no dwarves. Yeah, you do have to go in with only 12 for the first Devastational game, so you don't get your sweet 13-man roller roster next game.
Yeah, but
I mean, a trick could be you just go up to another dwarf coach and you're like, "Hey, do you want my block, fend, kickoff, return, tackle runner?" And then you try to bargain for a really good Longbeard.
Any dwarf coach is just going to look at you and just laugh. The dwarven runners are a black hole that sucks SPP.
I mean, you could see if they want it. I mean, you could also, you could potentially go find somebody that has, a 6 SPP guard Longbeard and trade them your miss next game.
I would take that trade. If you're listening, dwarf coaches, you can have a Yule Brenner if you really want. But my naming scheme hasn't been broken yet. We'll see what happens. I'm happy with this team. Playing dwarves in a format like this has taught me that there's strengths and weaknesses. I still genuinely enjoy a dwarf off like I had this past week. I wouldn't say I'm super fired up about dwarves all the time. But I'm also not really excited to play anything but dwarves. They still do their job quite well, and while you have to go all in against some scary stuff, it's always a pretty decent strategy if you had this 2 more guard, because then you have 8 guard on the field all the time when this death roller's gone. And eventually this thing is going to die, and I kind of look forward to that, because at that point trying to play somewhat trimmed dwarves is an exciting prospect.
You sure you don't want to roll into elves?
I've thought about it, but I just don't have the mindset right now. I want to learn agility, but I'm going to learn it in other shorter leagues where I can play 8 games of elves and see the cycle.
I look forward to punching your woodies.
It's probably going to be wood elves or it's probably going to be rats. Those are the 2 I'm looking at.
I look forward to either. Let's talk about Laz and his playoff team. This guy gets to fight goblins with 1 troll next. Look at how lucky he is. Who do you pay to do that?
You.
Look at this beast of Nurgle.
It's you. He
How
pays
much did
you.
he offer you for Larry?
I did go and look if it had a bounty and it
didn't. I mean, this team still needs block on that 1 Nurgle warrior, but other than that, it's fine. Not having guard on these things it's rough, sure, but whatever. They'll eventually get some block.
What's awesome?
Yeah.
That beast is probably going to get guard in this next match.
Yeah, it only is 2 away.
It's just going to walk up to the other troll.
He's actually got a lot of guys that are very close.
So, actually, I have kind of a curious question, not for playoff spoilers, but how much inducements is he giving up?
I think Ravenpoe's at 1,000, so about 900 at least.
It's going to be anything Ravenpoe wants and more.
Master Chief. Buy your halfling Master Chief.
I think that I would probably buy Master Chef, Ripper, a mercenary troll, and another star player.
Actually, you're right. Mercenary troll is kind of what he needs.
Mercenary troll is a snap off. Yeah, definitely. You'd buy strong arm troll, easy game.
Strong arm, you just put more guard and hope for the best. It's probably strong arm though.
Yeah.
I don't know. It is against Nurgle. It is against Nurgle, so it's going to be really hard to make throw teammates because of foul appearance.
Oh my god. You're right. Look, throw some goblins into any of this. Whatever it kills, people will be happy. In all seriousness, though.
What, donation per kill with the throw teammate?
Laz is just fine.
If you can kill this beast of Nurgle, I'll buy you a Steam game.
I mean, if he kills anything, period, with a throw teammate, I'll give $5 to Rebel.
Oh yeah, man, I'd certainly chip in. I should put something up for that just in the bounty board. I'd give $5 for every throw teammate kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, just in general. Just prove it, man.
I will trade bad rats for a throw team rate kill. No, I'd find something better. I don't actually hate you. In all seriousness, though, the reason we're not talking about this is because this is just great Nurgle. Like, yeah, you got to rebuild these warriors, but whatever.
Okay.
Who cares? They will.
This isn't even rebuilding.
Yeah.
This is just building.
Yeah.
Except for
I mean,
one.
like, he lost some warriors here, but he
No,
has
he
so
only
many
lost one.
skills, and he's got all these obnoxious skills on these fucking pestigores. So he's got time to get these warriors back. That said, that 0 out of 6 man probably is going to have to find an MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Cough 2Ds, not 2Ds, 2 TDs and cough.
Yeah.
Man.
If just find somebody to pitch throw like you did me, and just feed it a touchdown over 2 or 3 turns.
Sometimes you can score with a black orc.
Yep. All right, moving on.
Tim and the other dwarves.
Oh my goodness, Tim has proven that you can just pile more and more SPP on dwarves. He is probably firing that ruler.
This fucking gutter dwarf makes me angry.
Yeah, it has tackle now.
Robbie became one of the Longbeards, and he's
Yes.
already got a Kaz. That's great.
Yep. Yeah, no, believe me. Tim had to deal with that, and I mean, I don't know what his actual nastiest match of the season was. It was probably getting stunted on by someone, but like that was the one he was afraid of. Hey,
That's
yeah,
fantastic.
it's good.
These are dwarves. You can fire the roller or not fire the roller. Like you have the bribe stadium already. Like
Yeah.
as long as you are the home stadium, I think you keep it.
He should what now?
I think he should toss it because look at what TV he would be. He would be an 1810 rostered or 1810 dwarf team with all this.
Yeah.
And then he could just buy a different stadium if he wanted to.
It's only a 5 guard when you fire this death roller.
Yeah.
The death roll is 200k. He
Yeah,
can
I
just
get it.
not get 200k inducements on him like a wizard.
It's
That keeps eliminating that threat.
like Robbie's gonna get guard real soon. I suspect he eventually takes guard on strength injuries. Like it's that or piling on. I suspect this thing's gonna piling on.
The jump up.
Oh yeah, yeah. You take piling on this thing, but yeah, I guess this team has the awkward part of where do you even get more guard? I guess you hope the runner levels so you get more guard in your sacker runner. That's probably wrong.
Right? Like you gotta get this blodge Longbeard that will never ever level again guard. And,
Honestly, non-alcoholic beer just picks up guard too.
and
You
like
stand firm and then you just kind of use it there.
Yeah.
I will be
wanna put it
disappointed
there.
in
Just
you,
put it
Tim
up.
Nielsen, if you do not take Mighty Blow first on a Robbie.
Mm-hmm. It's true. In all seriousness, though, like he has 1, 2, 3 potential guard pickups, and that's enough. So I think
Yes, but
Tim
you don't
wants
have it yet.
Tim wants to ride the roller until he gets those things, and I suspect that's how he's going to do it. But we talked about firing the roller. Like we talked about trades. Actually, the problem is the fact he doesn't really want anything I have.
Now, how do you feel about the Devastational? Like, I think the Devastational is terrible for this team.
Nope, Tim has directly said that, and I feel the same way about it. It's like, at this point, you're fighting the Lazes of the world if they're not in playoffs, and, like...
Yeah, they're your worst matchup.
The downside of it, Dwarves, is at this TV, it's your worst matchup because your only recourse is you go all in versus it, you hope you outguard them, and you outposition them. But if you don't...
They have blood, guard, and farts, and...
Like,
Did I just say he's probably just gonna get a rematch with Sauce?
mm,
Yeah, basically.
yeah. I mean, I don't think Tim would hate fighting Sauce, but he definitely didn't love it.
I mean, that's like, again, that's like his worst matchup, right? Like, it's the thing that all of his tools don't work against.
Yeah,
Guard works against him.
Guard works against him, and the thing that the Troll Slayer has that I'm pointing to.
But again,
That
5
worked.
guard.
Dauntless.
Thank
Not like 6 or 7 or 8 guard. 5.
You got me, Iron Master. Anyway, yeah. It's... Tim and I have the same problem with Guard. Like, this has been a season that cycles your Longbeards.
Now, I wonder if Tim went back and could do it again if he would take dodge on that Longbeard again.
We've talked about it. No. And I've done it,
It's
actually,
just guard,
twice.
right?
So, I have a Guard dodge one. You do that every time, because it already
Oh,
has
yeah,
Guard.
sure. If he's got guard and is doing his job as a positional, then take whatever double you want. But until he then, with just block and tackle gets to 16 SPP, he's not a real boy.
Like, realistically, I will remember what Kalsu Blue, or however you say his name, said to me about potentially taking diving tackle. I'll think about that as a first thing on a Longbeard, just because that's tremendously annoying. And I think the double you take first might be jump up, just because jump up Longbeard is tremendously annoying as well.
I would say jump up would probably be like after you have diving tackle.
Yeah.
I feel like if taking diving tackle on a Longbeard as its first skill is just signing him up to never get his 8th SPP.
It's true.
I mean, once he gets his second level, you can just put stand firm if it's not double.
When is he ever going to find 10 SPP as the guy that you expect people to try to run from?
MVPs.
Yes.
Okay. I accept. Let's talk about the other teams.
Yeah, this is just the Dwarven long haul. We're second season, so you don't have anything too crazy yet, but yeah, that's what you do if your Longbeards live long.
I want to talk about other dwarves.
Oh, yes. Arabi, the man himself. Do we even need to talk about this? This is a man who's got 1, 2, 3, 4 piling on. And I've seen him activate them all in a turn.
Yes, and one of them's on a Bull Centaur. Again, I want to make that very clear. Bull Centaur with piling on.
Oh, yeah.
Angry.
You want to hear a fun statistic?
More like the mad hater.
2 concedes against him that were legal.
Yep.
Yes.
So
Arabi wants to kill all of your pieces to death.
This man knows what he's about and is going for it. He's only got 2 claw, but that's probably enough. This thing's going to get a vanity pass and some more piling on. I can see the future, and that's it.
It's like, it's so beautiful that both of these guys go mighty blow guard piling on claw. They like get the double the level that they needed.
But
he's found the code of it. What he's supposed to do.
Now that said, fire this cheerleader and fire this fucking coaching assistant. And then buy one of each again and fire them again so that you have 150k.
Yeah, the fact that his TV is where it's at is kind of terrifying. Also, the fact that he's just floating this 14-man roster, it's probably the right number. Like, I would consider...
14.
I actually would probably fire Fend/Dirty Player Hobgoblin for Fresh Hobgoblin. But, you know, again, that's just trimming some TV, so you just trim that 40, 60 TV.
You can take off this team.
Yeah.
This could be like a 1750 team.
And then you get to use chainsaws and bribes. I think you'll enjoy it.
Like this team is easily punching at the 1900 range. It just, you could be getting inducements too.
So, yeah, no, this is a thing of beauty. And, like, you know, you face Arabi, you face Gengar.
Had a wizard.
Oh, God. Stop it.
What if Arabi had a wizard every game?
I hope he gets Jimmy's wizards that just don't actually do anything.
Man. You know, Arabi doesn't
want to
even
buy
need
Arabi
wizards.
a wizard hut.
Like, people already get low inducements on him just because he's actually a trim Chaos Dwarf.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gave away the wizard. Now they could buy Babes and a wizard against him? Like, come on, you can't have that.
Yeah. Alright, so this team is perfect.
Yeah, this team is beautiful. Let's talk about this.
You know, this is part of the reason I'm actually considering Wood Elves next rather than Rats, because I think this is the right way to play Wood Elves, which is to just get guard and then beat the shit out of people.
The answer is to just roll really high on 2d6.
No, like, that's just real talk. The thing I've watched is a lot of just perfect elf screening and a lot of counting of spaces that just means that you mathematically can't hit what matters.
Yeah, this is Wood Elves by the book.
Yeah.
And then it also has 2+ moves and an Agi 6 ward answer, or rather catcher. It's Agi 6 catcher. And
basically,
then like
Tessa plays it by the book, and then has all the extra tools that you could ever want on Wood Elves to not
Mighty
play
Blow.
by the book.
Mighty Blow!
yeah, Mighty Blow ward answer here with blodge and sidestep and tackle and strip ball just to rub it in.
Yeah. That block, grab, guard tree. Interesting that it's grab into guard, but having played against them, I get it. Like, I think the grab is really important for the tree positioning.
It's great for positioning and the 1-turns.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, with these movement 9 things that have sprint. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
He's got 2 of them.
Yep.
I mean, I guess this is a team that would really like to have a 12th man on its roster, even though it's really high TV, just because I suspect...
Only 20 money.
But it's not in the Death Spiral, which is remarkable for elves.
Yeah. This elf team is in great shape a lot because basically every real piece is a blodger. And look at this 3 guard on an elf team. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep. It's pretty great. That tree is beautiful.
Dies in playoffs?
Oh, which one? Agi 6 Boy? I hope Agi 6 Boy dies like last week.
You spike bolt that thing turn 1? Actually, it reminds me. What injury does it have? Oh, it's got a nickel now. Fun.
Yeah. You should like spike bolt that thing, and if it doesn't die, just like fake a concede so you can try again.
Just oops, my power went out.
My power's out, guy.
This man has no coaching assistance, no rerolls, and 10 fan factor. Moving on.
10 fan factor. That's the show here.
This is vampires that are remarkably healthy. Hellboy's... No, I guess you can't... You don't have to cycle with Hellboy's Kitchen. When did it get that minus movement? Did I do that?
A long while ago.
No,
Oh yeah, this guy's had minus move forever. I'm pretty sure West Side Dish Story hasn't had the minus move forever, but I know that the vamp has.
Whatever, you shoot and get a new one. Hellboy's Kitchen I killed, but it came back. That's what I remember.
Oh yeah, man, Shiggy's vampires die in regen like all the time. It's incredible.
What else do you need to say about this team? This is where you want to be in vampires.
Yep, 6648 is literally just the stat line you need.
Yeah, totally.
Unless it's better than that.
How about 6458? Is that a good stat line?
I like it even better. I think it's better than 6648. Like, it's just really good.
Agi 5 Boy definitely does more work than Strength 6 guy. Like, definitely.
Agi 5 Boy gets the ball.
Yeah, well, he also is everywhere.
Now, I actually got to try out this team when I was... I played a little practice match against Sauce, so we could actually get used to it.
I played a match from behind Shiggy's team, too. It's really fun.
I was literally just 3-dying his ball carrier everywhere.
It's never safe.
No, it isn't. Having only played against this team, like, this is a man that actually knows how to play vampires. The problem is the only other vampire player I've played against, he's got a really unique coaching style. I'll just leave it at that.
You're not wrong.
It's a man who believes in his boys. At any rate,
believes in his dice.
I guess Kick Lino's fine with that. I'd probably get rid of Dirty Player Lino just because I think like movement's really important for positioning thralls to keep with the vampires. You also already have another Dirty Player. It's whatever, like wrestle. Yeah, that's fine. Like, just use that to get your money cycled. This team's great. 4 rerolls is right. You're gonna get some more block, more pro.
Do you like replacing Kick Guy when you get another level? Like, when maybe saving Private Ryan levels?
Yes. Yes,
I mean,
my God.
I'd rather the DP fired, and then you get another DP, then you go for another Kick Guy, and then fire the other one.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I think that's right.
You probably should cycle these injured specific role linos.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like, you have a second Dirty Player already. Like, I know that you want to, but
also
I don't know. You want to replace both of them, certainly.
I think you cycle the minus movement vampire when you eventually put tackle on something, either some thralls or Cafe Blanca leveled up. Like, I feel like that matters. Well, you put block on him next, but if he ever gets 2 levels and takes tackle, like, you just... Movement 5 just feels real rough. Like, vampires, I'm realizing,
so slow.
Are actually kind of slow.
Yes, they are. They are all move 6.
But
I just want to note that he doesn't even have a strength skill on his team.
He does not a single one. All general dodge and a single sidestep.
This is a man who doesn't respect guard on vampires, and that's probably just correct.
I don't think you need it.
And
he needs a killer, honestly.
Just leave.
Like, if you're going to take guard on anything on this team, it's because one of these linos gets doubles. They haven't. Oh well.
I think Hellboy's Kitchen needs some Mighty Blow personally, and just turn him into killer, and then get jump up.
I don't hate it.
That's fine.
Like, let me tell you, getting hit by Ghost Bistros every turn, it was the nicest thing I experienced all season.
Yeah, it's not a really removal guy. He just hits things over.
I mean, I've been hit by Havoc all season, or a Robbie, or Assault, or anyone else.
He's not. That said though, this is like a tempo game rather than a removals game, right?
And he wins.
Life.
And he wins. Like, Shiggy is doing great. Like, I think this is about as well as Vampire's going to ever do with a coach that... I mean, there might be a better Vampire coach out there, but I certainly haven't played them.
I don't know him.
Yeah, no.
I mean, Random Boy could be there. I'm not sure.
I haven't played him.
Okay. Hey,
He got to playoff spots, and
all I know is that anybody trying to steal my random name.
Well, this has been a fun div. I'm just going to stare at this little roster screen at the end with the way it shook out. I have a feeling we're not all going to be seeing each other next division. Some of us are going to go down. Some of us go up. Some new teams are going to get mixed in here. But this is a good run. I've really had a fun time with this.
Yeah, no, this was a good division.
Yep, Div 4 definitely lived up to the Bastion, or Fighting Force, sorry. And
yeah, the Fighting Fours.
Can't say I've ever been let down by it.
They were very mad all season, just like so violent, and it was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It was great.
All right, well, I'll sign off on Div 4 on that note.
Yep. Thanks
See you,
for tuning
Div 4.
in, guys.
Join the Devastational, everybody.
Yeah, man. We'll see you next season.